what magic formula did you have to be successful in this industry, in this business?
I wish it was a magic formula. I just keep, I just keep making some more. But what I think is, I think it's just that we train our staff consistently, and I try and get the staff to really think about what they do, the work behind what they're doing. We're not just cutting hair, we're not just colouring hair or whatever treatment the client wants. What we're really trying to do is give the client an experience in coming into the salon. The client should be comfortable, the seats should be nice, the environment should be nice, they should be pleasant. They should feel comfortable coming into the salon. So the whole experience it's pleasant for them. If they come in, they've had a bad time at work, or maybe the kids are too noisy at home or something, they should be able to come into the salon, relax, sit down, have their treatment for an hour or two, stand up, pay a reasonable price, and leave the salon feeling a lot better than when they came in. And of course their hair should be great as well. So what we try and do is make the service overall very good. And this is where our training centre comes in. It's not just the technical side, although we do spend a lot of time training technically. We try and get the staff to be friends with the clients, to give them a nice experience. So I think that's a little bit the difference between us and a lot of other places. And also it should be the same in every single salon that we have. Whether the salon is Zamboanga or in Baguio, the senior staff there have had exactly the same training as our staff here in Makati, or in SM Mega Mall, or in SM City, or down in Alabang. They've all had the same training. So I think we try and keep it consistently good.
Well, you specialize with hair, am I right? But I'm sure
that's true. Yes.
I mean, it's a holistic thing. I mean, you do a total makeover from head to foot. They come up with a nicer skin, nicer hair, nicer fingernails, toenails, maybe a massage or a rub down. I'm guessing are these all services that you offer?
Yes, yeah, we have manicure and pedicure in all of our salons. Of course, we have facials in most of the salons. We do have treatment rooms in some of our salons, like our salon in Podium in Ortigas. We have 3 very nice treatment rooms there. Our Reveille salon in Pacific Star building, we have 4 very nice treatment rooms in there where you can get massage, body scrub, you can have a shower afterwards. And then a lot of our other salons, we do have facial facilities. But you're right, the focus is mostly on the hair and makeup, and but we can do everything.
What kind of clients do you have? I mean, is this something that that would be affordable, let's say, to a college student, or the Class A or the Class B, the upper crust?
Well, actually, price-wise, we cater to everybody, A, B, C, and even D. You know, when we've got our haircuts starting at 120 pesos, including a shampoo, blow-dry, conditioner, I think almost everybody can afford that. 120 pesos price is starting at for a cut, shampoo, blow dry. So that's extremely reasonable. And most of our salons have that price rate in. In some of the salons are a little bit busier, where our seniors are more experienced, we charge a little bit more. So if you're with an older senior, more experienced, you might be paying 150 or 200 pesos. So the prices are very reasonable. If you get our DAVIDS Salon Privilege card, you can get 15% discount. And at 150 pesos, that's not expensive. And you'll get your 15% discount back immediately if you have a colour, for instance. But what we try and do is give service that the A-class like. So we do get a lot of people that can afford higher prices, but they like to come to us because they like our service. You know, we get a lot of celebrities, TV, movie stars. We get a lot of people come to us that could actually afford a lot more.
By the way, David, are your salons only for women, or are they both for men and women?
We do men also as well, yes, men and women. I would say probably, again, it depends on the location. In some places, you mentioned students earlier. If there's a college in the area that's predominantly male, we'll get a lot of guys coming in. So yes, we do men as well.
We've gone backward, we've talked about the present. Let's talk about the future now. Which direction is David's Salon going?
The direction we're going at the moment is sort of, how can I put it? We've sort of expanded a lot, and we're still expanding a little bit. But what I want to do now is sort of take a step back, if I may say that. Take a step back so we can move forward. I want to take a step back and retrain all of our staff again. We're bringing all of our staff back into the training centre. We're visiting all of the salons. We're renovating a lot. We're upgrading a lot. I think the time for us now is to is to sort of look at what we've got so far and then perfect it. So now we're really going to try and improve the service. We're going to try and improve the salon. So when clients come in, they're going to get an even better service. They're going to get an even nicer ambience. So we're really moving forward by taking a step back and looking at what we've got and then trying to perfect that, trying to make that a lot better.
Any plans of expanding outside of the Philippines? I mean, within maybe the Southeast Asian region?
We actually have one salon in Xiamen in China already. It's tough in China, to be honest. Mm-hmm. So the problem is it's a language barrier. Of course, we brought our staff from the Philippines there, and they're having a hard time communicating with the Chinese, who speak no English, of course. Mm-hmm. And our staff are having a hard time learning to speak Chinese quickly. But we're working on that, so we're working on that one. Any of the salons come along, we'll probably always be expanding. It just depends on how fast we expand.
Could you give us a profile of your manpower, your human resources?
We have probably close to 3,000 staff total. Wow. Nationwide. Actually, this is one of the things I like about my job, if I may blow our own trumpet for a short while. We get staff, that a lot of the younger staff, in all honesty, if they've dropped out of high school, they haven't finished high school, they couldn't really apply for an office job because they wouldn't have the qualifications. So we get a lot of these staff, and a lot of them don't speak English very well. If they're in the Visayas, they don't speak Tagalog either. And then we train them here. And I see them when they come in. When they first come in, they're very shy, they're quiet. I'll say hello to them, and they won't look. You know what young kids are like. They're a bit shy to talk to you, so they don't say anything, and they're very quiet. And then after they've worked with us for 1 or 2 years, you can see them changing. And after 2 or 3 years, all of a sudden they're confident, and they're dressing nicely. Obviously, the hair is fixed. They're earning a lot more money. They have potential to do very well. And they just have a whole new confidence about them. And you can see them developing as we're going along. Year by year, you can see. And staff that have been with us for 5 years, 10 years, it's just a whole different attitude to the original staff that I knew when we hired. They just develop as people, and it's really nice to watch that. We do a lot of traveling abroad as well, if I may say. This year we had a group in Moscow for the World Championships, a group in Milan in Italy for the Wellertrend Vision competition. We had a group went to Hong Kong for some training. Earlier on in the year, at the beginning of the year, we had a group in Australia for training also with Karastas. We do about 3 or 4 trips a year that we send our staff on. And the same thing, the international travel gives them a whole new outlook on life. It gives them so much more confidence in themselves. That's the one thing I like about our job. It's the one thing I like about our manpower is that we develop people, we grow people. And it's really nice to see that. I think the part of my job I like the most, I think. We have our own internal competition, and it's just open for our DAVIDS salon staff. So each salon can put in models. We have different categories. We have the ladies cut and blow dry style, like commercial style. Then we have the evening wear style, which is a little bit avant-garde, long hair sort of thing. Then we have the men's cut and blow dry, of course. And then, of course, we have the junior cut, shampoo, blow dry, which they actually have to do in 25 minutes. So they have to do a full haircut and a full blow dry in 25 minutes. And then they get marked on that as well. So within the 4 categories, we normally get about 180 competitors. We're expecting more than 200 this year. And we do this so the staff can, once it gives them a chance to show what they can do, because they can stand up on stage in front of another 2,000 of their colleagues and say, this is the work that I can do. They can be proud of that. And then also, it means they've got to work for it as well, because they've got to do the actual work, they've got to think about it, it stimulates their imagination. So that's our Hair Olympics, and it's our 8th competition. It's an internal competition, but I guess the benefits for the public are that it makes the staff work, it makes them use their imaginations. It means, for instance, every hair must have colour in it. So it means they've got to become more expert at doing colour. They've got to practice, so they practice on their models. So the fallout for clients is that the staff are more motivated, it keeps their interest up, they use their imagination so that they think of more creative styles for the clients. And of course, their skill level raises dramatically, so they can really work well with the clients.
David, what is beauty? What is your concept of beauty?
Actually, I think beauty means different things to different people. True beauty is when you can become comfortable with yourself, when you're confident with yourself. Of course, we can make the most of our skin, we can make the most of our hair, we can make the most of our figures by exercising, by getting a nice suntan perhaps, by having regular facials, regular trips to the salon. But I think that's on the outside. So we can all do that. We can all make ourselves look as good as we can from the outside. But I think what really makes people glow, I think, is a really nice, healthy body, a really nice, healthy interior. You know, you don't have any stress, you're happy with life, you see the glass half full instead of half empty. I think it's a whole confidence thing, and I think you can see people that actually just glow with this. And I think, you know, I've seen the most plain girls that they're laughing and they're cheerful, and you look at them and think, well, she's a nice girl, but she's only just cute. But once you fix the hair, once you fix the makeup, and she still has this bubbling personality, all of a sudden you go, wow, she's gorgeous. You know, so I think it's the whole thing. You know, I think we can make the most of ourselves, but I think it still has to really come from within.
Now, David, talk to the Filipino people. Any message for them?
As I said earlier, I've been here for 28 years, and I'm getting a little bit older now. So I must admit, first of all, what I should really is I should thank the Filipino people for letting me have such a nice life here. I have appreciated. I've made some wonderful friends here. We have some great employees. I do enjoy my life here, and I really do appreciate the Philippines. And I think if more people appreciated the country for what it is, rather than looked at all of the problems, I think we'd be a lot better off also. I use the term we because I live here too. So I really do appreciate being here, and I guess I should just thank the Philippines for letting me stay here. But apart from that, I'd love to see you all in our salons. We're always having great promotions for colouring, for cutting. We have some great staff that can look after whatever it is that you want to have done. And of course, they're all very fluent in Tagalog too. So we'd be really delighted to see you in our salons, and really delighted to help you make the most of yourself so that you can show that inner beauty from within.
Ano si Mr. David, humble person siya. Ano siya, disciplinarian. Everything should be in perfect way. He's really good. I mean, malaki ang pagkakaiba. I remember he came here, it was 1978, when he started working here. Nag-try hard siya sa buhay. Biruin mo yun, para nga siyang meron na rin pusong Pilipino.
David, I'd like to ask you one thing. What do you think of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo's hairdo?
Well, one of my friends is the hairdresser, and she doesn't work for us, so I've got to say it's nice. But it's nice. She's the president of the country, so obviously she cannot go too wild. Can't have colours like this. I think she presents herself very well.
But if you had the chance to, if she consulted you, one day she calls up and says, David, how should I change my hair? What would you suggest? She just might be watching us now, and you might give her a tip that could change her look completely. So what would you tell her?
I think I would probably colour her hair a little bit more, but make it just a little bit bright, not too much, just a few highlights just to brighten it up a little bit. And I think I would probably change it so it's not quite so stiff. I know she has quite strong hair, so I think I would just soften it up a little bit. Maybe a few waves, not really curls, just some movement in there, because it is a little bit stiff at the moment. But like I said, I mean, she's the president of the country, so she does have to present a certain image, so you can't go too wild.